This is Bill Pescosolido. This is my beautiful wife, Michelle Pescosolido. And we're coming to you today live from our home here. And this is another episode of Real Talk with Bill and Michelle Pescosolido. So as you're coming out onto today's call, we are a little crooked here. Yeah, that's a little better.
That's a little better.
As you're coming out onto today's Facebook Live, drop a comment below and let us know where you're watching from. And just say hello so we can give you a shout out. Wow.
We are so not organized today.
Well, we are. We're just at this very moment where you can't always expect perfection, right? So, and not that we're always perfect or even remotely close to being perfect, but sometimes we have a little tech snafu. The gremlins come in and we're off balance or off kilter or whatever the case might be. So, here we are. Right. So, we got some people coming out there. Hey there, Chris. What's up, Terry? Hey, Kim. How are you doing today? It's great to see you here. Who else do we have? Heather. What is up, Heather?
Yes.
And nice.
We've got a lot of people coming on. Hey, Kim.
Yeah.
Good to see you here. And we are also broadcasting live over on YouTube, which the lighting's kind of off, but that's okay.
That's okay. What's
we'll
up, YouTube?
This will be this will be our second time to go live also on YouTube. So if you see me on Facebook, you see me looking up, it's because I'm kind of looking at the YouTube camera and I really need to lower it. But like I said, we were down to the wire in getting this baby set up and it's only our fault.
Right. We have a different lighting scenario going on here. We have two lights here as opposed to our normal one light down the middle. So I don't know if it looks any different at all, if it looks better, if it looks worse, if you can even tell a difference. We are just experimenting with a few different things today.
Yeah.
So that's the dealio.
We've got Eric here. Hello.
Hey, my main man, Eric David Duncanson. What is up?
And we got Victoria.
Hi, Victoria. Aaron Hart. What is up, Aaron? How you doing, bro?
So we got Judy here. What's up, Mom?
Hi, Judy.
And we got Michael Walsh here. Hey, Michael. How are you? Good to see you here. And Tanis and Donna.
Very
this is perfect.
cool.
And we've got somebody watching on live on YouTube now.
Hi, YouTube person.
Chime in and say hello. Maybe it was an accident. They were scrolling through and they say, ooh, I don't want to watch that. So yeah. Oh, good, Donna. You're in Florida. I bet that's a nice, relaxing, what's the word I'm looking for? Break from the things that you've been going through. So we were thinking about you. We're glad that you're in Cocoa Beach, Florida. So yeah, let's get started. I'm really excited. Again, if you're just jumping on, say hi. If you're watching the replay, still say hi because we'll come back and say hi. So I appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the share buttons for sure.
Thank you, Tanis, for that reminder. Was that a reminder for us or a reminder for everyone else watching?
I don't know.
Awesome. Well, it is Friday afternoon. We are fired up and excited to be here because today's topic is one that is near and dear to my heart. I know it's near and dear to Michelle's heart as well, but it's nearer and dearer to my heart. And that is the topic of content, and specifically content creation. And even more specifically, what we're going to hit home for you today is 5 sneaky hacks on how to create an endless stream of high converting, compelling content that will convert your prospects and your audience into leads, customers, sales from here now into perpetuity. I made that last part up, the perpetuity part, but it sounded good, just flew off the tongue. I've got my energy drink here, so I'm fired up. And we're excited. So if you are excited to get this as well, drop a 1 in the comment section below so we can know that we're on the same page. We know that you're also fired up as well, and we know that you actually are, moderately interested in being here, I guess, and watching this Facebook Live.
Yes, and hey, Robert, happy to have you here, and Sonia and Michael. Michael says no football games this weekend, but not Patriots or Texans, no. But
well, they're not playing against each other.
But there's lots of football games.
Oh yeah, there's lots of football.
And we got Kristen here. Okay, no, we're getting some ones across. Okay, well, good,
Very
good.
Cool.
But while we're waiting for those ones to come across, I do want to just talk a little bit about, because I'm sure you're probably going to say this and you're going to be like, you stole my thunder. But why is content
I would never say that.
I know. Why is content so important? Even though Bill's going to jump into these sneaky hacks. Is that what you were going to talk about? Why content? First?
Well, you go,
okay.
Sure, but you go ahead.
It's, part of building your brand online is we have to provide value in order to get people, it's kind of like opening up the door, inviting them into your shop. and allowing them to kind of just look around and get a feel of what you have to offer, and feel like, do they feel welcome? Do they feel comfortable? Excuse
me, sorry.
Do they feel comfortable? Are they, does it feel like this is a place that they would like to explore a little further? So it's the same thing online. You're kind of opening up your doors and allowing people to come into your life and into your business. And in order to build up that know, like, trust factor, we've got to pump value in. We got to pump a lot of value in. I mean, you don't just go to a bar.
Pump up that value.
And can I have some of his energy drink? We have to go into a bar, and you're not going to ask the opposite. Okay, let me back up.
The proprietor?
You're not going to just go into a bar and ask someone to marry you without getting to actually know them. I was trying to properly say that.
Unless you met them on Tinder first or something like that.
So my point is content is part of the strategy of building a successful business online, because it allows your audience to kind of get a feel of who you are, just like this live video we're doing right here. It's content, and we're opening up the doors into our home here for you guys to kind of see what Bill and Michelle are up to, and what kind of value we're going to deliver you today. And what we hope is that you get a ton of value from this, and that we become friends and we hang out. No, okay, I'm just joking. That we become like, somebody you look forward to learning from and providing value. And that's what is so important about the online world, is I think a lot of people skip that part. They just go for the sale. And there's too much competition online nowadays to be doing that. I mean, you have to stand out from the crowd, and one of the ways to do that is to provide value.
Absolutely. That's very good, Michelle.
Yes. You have bugs in your eyes. Remember, yesterday we were riding our bikes, and we would just go through these flood of bugs. After I was done, I had bugs in my teeth. It was really, I was really concerned because I'm vegan, and I was wondering if bugs were vegan. That was my biggest concern. So let's dive in.
You mean, are the bugs diet vegan, or eating bugs is that vegan diet?
I was concerned that I'm vegan, and I just violated my veganism by
You did. You ate an
bugs.
animal. You ate animals.
I know. I think a bug is a bug. It's not an animal.
Bugs are animals too, Michelle.
I don't know about that.
Anyway, so takeaway number 1 is that bugs are animals too. Takeaway number 2 is there are 3 phases of the marketing funnel, and your content can be used throughout each of these 3 phases. Right? So phase number 1 is awareness. This is where people are getting to know you, getting to know your product, and becoming aware of the problem that they have for the first time, right? And becoming aware of the problem, and really also means becoming aware of the problem and coming to the decision that they've got to do something about it. Okay, so it's one thing to be aware of your problem, whatever that might be, whatever the problem is that your offer solves, right? It's another thing, though, to become aware of the problem and say, you know what, I've got to do something about this. So really effective content can not only create that awareness, but also really make them realize that, okay, not only do I have this problem, but I gotta solve it. I gotta fix it, because if I don't fix this problem, I am screwed in whatever fashion that might be, whether it's a health problem, whether it's a business problem, whether it's a marketing problem. This penetrates every different offer that's out there online. Now, and so you can use what we call top of funnel content to really help create that awareness around the fact that they've got a problem, that the problem needs to be solved, but that you've got a solution that might be able to help them out. Hey, and Jan Fansler in the
Monica, what's up?
Now, the second aspect of the marketing funnel is evaluation, right? And this is what I go through, you go through, this is what every consumer online is going through, is they're now evaluating the different options that are out there. And that could be evaluating your option, it could be evaluating your competitors, and it could be them also evaluating and maybe being like, I don't know if there's anything out there really that I want to buy to fix this problem.
Can I add something real quick?
Sure.
It's very, very short. When he says funnel, I think that throws people for a loop when we're thinking a capture page funnel. I think in general he's meaning like
the journey.
A funnel like a car funnel or something like that, just a funnel in general in a business, it starts with like your strategy is creating this funnel, but not, he doesn't necessarily mean capture page. That's too narrowed in. Broad, so you're creating awareness, that's the top of the funnel. Middle means you're creating, you're allowing people to evaluate. I just kind of wanted to clarify that, because that used to confuse me when you would say that. I was like, top of the funnel.
Well, and funnel, like it doesn't have to be a literal sales funnel that has where you opt in and then you get this email and the follow-up email, or where you see this video and then the thank you video, then the whatever sales. It could be that, and it could be that, but it really just means the customer journey,
right,
is what I'm referring to here. And then, so stage number 2 is evaluation. Stage number 3 of this customer journey is conversion.
You guys think that made a lot more sense when I said that.
That's where the magic happens. Is the conversion, and this would be where you would create what's known as bottom of funnel content for people who are basically ready to buy or just need that final push to get them over the hump. Yes, that final push to get them over the hump, off the hump, to actually pull out their credit card, plunk it down, and give you their money in exchange for your product. All right, so just so that we're on the same page, before we move forward, does that make sense? And if it makes sense that we have these sort of three stages of the customer journey, awareness, evaluation, conversion. If that makes sense to you, and we can move on, type a numero 2, in the comment section below, just because I really do want to make sure that we at least have that foundational concept that we're on the same page there, that we're getting one another, that made sense to you. So
did you know that the camera puts 10 pounds on you? Like, I'm looking at my arms and I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm really not 10 pounds heavier than I look right now.
No.
I thought I would share that with you guys because, that's all about real talk with Bill and Michelle for the ladies out there that are concerned.
Yes, so big takeaways. Bugs are animals too. Camera puts 10
and we're
pounds
getting lots
on
of
you.
twos.
So hopefully this is just chock full of value today.
Yes, it is value.
Okay.
So. All right, so we're ready. Ready. Now that you understand, let's talk about where you find content, right?
Yes. So.
Some really good ideas.
Do you want to tackle numero uno?
Numero uno.
Por favore.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite things to do. So Bill and I are part of, thank you, Kristen.
She was referring to me.
Oh, okay. No.
Thank you, Kristen.
So, Facebook groups, I love being a part of. Not the ones where it's just total spamming your...
Pitch fest.
Spamming, yes, men look skinnier on camera. Where you just go into a group. You guys are making me say squirrel because you like burns, blah, 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 blah. Okay, all right, so let me stay on focus here. So you go into Facebook groups and people are just pitching their network marketing opportunities or their affiliate products. It's not a group that really has a lot of value. Like our online wealth partner group, we don't allow any of that. It's a free mastermind group. Anybody can join it. But in fact, I just kicked someone out. I hope she's not on here because she spammed the group.
Yeah, the second you plop your link in that group trying to pitch something, you're out. You're out. We're just going to kick you out.
So we look for groups like that. And we're part of a couple of groups like Digital Marketer and Online Superheroes or something like that. Internet superheroes, and we love those groups because what's great about it is there's always people in there asking questions.
Yep.
And what's cool about that is maybe you don't know the answer right away, but you think to yourself, that is actually a great question that I bet a lot of people are asking and that they would probably like to know the answers to. So I'll just go out and I'll Google how to do it, and then I will actually try to implement it to make sure it works. It's very, very important, guys, that if you're gonna discover how to do something, you actually go and do it and make sure it works, all right? Because it's really embarrassing if you give someone a solution and it didn't really work. So that's where I find a lot of the content that we use. Like on our YouTube channel right now, I put out 5 or 6 just small, short, really helpful tutorials on simple things. Well, I think they're simple, but I find that a lot of people are searching those things, like how to delete a Facebook group, how to comment in your Facebook group as your fan page, how to set up Messenger on your fan pages. So I just made all of these videos and put it up on our YouTube channel. So now it's content. Mm-hmm. And I've turned that video into a blog post, and then I take that video and I upload it to Facebook, and bam, I've created content on 3 different channels, all by just visiting groups and looking for questions. So a really good hack really, really good one that you should put into your daily schedule.
Yeah, and in fact, sometimes we do these Real Talk with Bill and Michelle episodes every Friday afternoon, and believe it or not, every once in a while we're like, what are we going to talk about today, right? And we're just kind of a little stumped, or we're just out of ideas. So we'll go into different Facebook groups and we'll see what people are asking. And the great thing is that now, if you're in a group that has like a gazillion people asking gazillion questions, you've got to somehow filter through and vet what you'd want to then do content on and whatnot, because there could be just so many questions. You're
Well,
like,
it's gonna make sense for your brand too.
well, so what you do is you try to determine, okay, am I seeing the same type of question over and over and over again? Do I feel that there's enough people where there's like a demand, that are asking this question? Maybe they're not asking it the exact same way every single time, but if you see the same type of question being asked over and over, and it's on a similar, very similar topic each and every time, because if one person is asking the question,
Yeah.
and one person physically typing and asking it in the group, there's probably 50 people that have that question that actually aren't actually asking it in the group because they're either afraid or they're embarrassed or they don't want to look dumb or whatever it is, right? You just know that if you got a lot of people asking the same type of question, take however many people are asking it and times it by like at least 10 or 20, because that's how many people really have that question in their head. And then okay, there's a demand for the answer for this. There's a demand for this kind of information, so you can feel safe knowing that this will be a good topic for me to then do a Facebook Live about, like what we're doing today, or to write a blog post about, or to do a video like Michelle just referred to. She's got all these new YouTube videos coming out that are coming out and that have come out recently, where she's just kind of answered a question and just turn it into a piece of content. So that right there is the number one tip.
That's an awesome hack.
Because if you
we could end it here. That was so good.
If you're just, what do I write about today? Or I don't know what people want. Find out what people want by doing a little bit. And this is not exhaustive research, but it's a little bit of research, right? Maybe it's 5, 10, 15 minutes of you specifically going into a group looking for questions that people are asking and trying to pull out one question that you felt was asked maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 times. Does that make sense? So, if that does make sense, and if you like that idea, and more importantly, if you could see yourself implementing that in your business, type a 2 in the comment section below. 2. That's numero dos for our Espanol viewers, if we have any. I don't know if we have any Espanol viewers.
What's that website called? AskMe.com or Ask something?
Ask Jeeves.
No.
Is that still around?
No.
You guys go to Ask Jeeves? Anyone?
No, it's like Ask. I know you need to get back to that, but
What are
we're
you
waiting
doing?
on 2s.
All right.
Does anybody know that? It's Ask Something, and there's like all these popular questions.
Ask.com.
No, it's not that.
Ask Jeeves.
No, it's not Jeeves. I don't know. We'll find it. We'll find it. If I could type on my computer right now, I would find it, but I'm talking to you guys, so that's impossible.
AskMeAnImportantQuestion.com.
No.
Okay. Okay, so the number 2 hack to your sneaky hack to come up with ideas for content is to do. I'm a little sniffly today.
I'll tell them.
Okay.
Is to do a company or product review. So all of you are most likely promoting a product or you're promoting a company, and the key, you're kind of what you're doing by using this strategy is there's 2 things you're doing. One, you're educating your audience that maybe sees you promoting that or has been curious about what you're promoting, but they haven't gotten up the nerve to maybe ask you, or they just went out and did research on their own and they just didn't quite get the answers they were looking for. So you're appealing to that audience, but then you're also appealing to the search traffic. Your cold audience, the search traffic out there that might just be out there Googling, tell me all about that awesome weight loss product, or something. And if you have a product review, and I think you should go ahead and finish that, but if you have a product review up there, you're bringing traffic into that and creating that awareness.
Yeah, so there's 2 main things that you're accomplishing. Michelle said, obviously, for the search traffic, cold traffic, you're accomplishing that. What you're accomplishing is by doing a review. So let's say you wrote a blog post where you do your unbiased review on, company XYZ or product LMNOP that I just bought, and used for my business. what you're doing first and foremost is you are actually, and assuming there's an affiliate.
Sorry, Kimberly Spainer. Yes. Oh no.
Answerthepublic.com.
Answerthepublic.com. Thank you.
Awesome. Now, is that worth interrupting me?
That actually was.
Okay.
I thought we just lost connection because I got so excited about it.
So, okay. So, and assuming now you're being smart about this and putting your affiliate link then as a call to action within this blog post. So, number one thing you're doing is you're actually selling the product, right? You're selling this. So, this is an opportunity for you to then make affiliate commissions. If you're going to do a review on it, you're going to give your opinion on it, you're going to show what it's all about. By all means, put your link in there for them to buy. So, if they then buy it, they're going to buy from you. Right, so you will get the credit, you'll get the commission. So first and foremost, you're actually selling the product because of your review, and you're gonna make a little money off of that, maybe a lot of money.
Right.
Now, the second thing that you're doing is you're establishing yourself as an authority. Again, I always go back to this. The person that's in front of the camera, the person whose voice you're hearing on the podcast, the person who wrote the blog post, and you see their little picture, the people in the Facebook Live like this, by default, that person, whatever medium it is the authority. It's kind of like when you watch the news. The news anchor person, they become the authority because they're the one reporting the news to us. Now, does the anchorman, the anchor person, do they actually know a lot more about this subject than everyone else? Probably not. Have they done like exhaustive research and they're an expert on the topic that they're reporting in the news tonight? Probably not. But they become the authority because they're delivering the news to us. We tune in to watch them to get the news, right? So they're automatically an authority, right? They get elevated to authority status. If you're the person in front of the camera delivering the product review, writing the blog post, writing the product review, or whatever medium it is, you become an authority. You simply do. Just by default, you become an authority. So this is going to help build your brand recognition, and boost that know, like, and trust factor that we all know is so critical for you to sell online in this day and age. So it's really, there's a two-pronged approach going on there that's going to help you with your business. So, if that made sense, type a 3 in the comment section below. That's number 3, numero tres, if you prefer it in Spanish. So type a 3 right now, if and only if that made sense to you and if you liked that idea. And we'll wait on a couple of 3s before we move on to just do a smell.
I smelled your shirt because there's something around me that makes me want to go to sleep right now. I know you guys, if you've been on our lives for a while, you know that I say this a lot.
You do.
There's like this certain smell that makes me want to go to sleep. And I don't know what it is. It could be this pillow to the left of me. There's a lot of 3s coming across. Awesome. I love it. I love it.
So confused right now.
I know. It's Friday. You get a little silly.
Okay. So
all right.
Let's move on to the next one. You guys ready for the next one?
Yes, they're ready.
The third tip, sneak hack, is to go out and find the top 10 blogs on XYZ, right? So your topic, what is your niche? What is the topic you want to write about? So what is your niche kind of in general, but dial it down. What is the specific topic that you might want to create a piece of content on? Go find the top 10 blogs that talk about that stuff, whether they're bloggers or just, news sites. Like if you're in health and wellness, go to menshealth.com, go to womensjournal.com or whatever. So find those blogs, those sites where they're talking about that stuff. The top 10 of them, 10.
That's a lot.
Well, you're using this to gather information, right? Because here's the deal. You want to create original content, right? Meaning content that's your voice, that's coming from you. You don't want to just copy and paste someone else's ideas and then piece them together and be like, surprise, this is my idea. Look at how great I'm. Like that's plagiarism, right? Let's go back to high school, and if you copied, your buddy's paper, that was plagiarizing. Or if you just copied straight out of the book, you were plagiarizing. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to be plagiarists, if that's even a word. Plagiarist. Is a plagiarist someone who plagiarizes and commits plagiarism?
You just plagiarized.
So the reason why you go to the top 10 blogs is so you can get
It's like educating yourself.
You can extract an idea from blog post number 1, and extract an idea from blog post number 2, and extract an idea from blog post number 3, and extract an idea, all in this one topic. And once you've extracted those, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ideas, Aussie in the house,
yeah,
you can then you have those ideas and those talking points that they wrote about that you've extracted. You can take those. You're putting them all into your kettle of stew.
Into your brain.
We're making stew here. This is a content stew. So you've got some radishes from blog post 1, you got some carrots from blog post 2, you got some kale and some cabbage and different some sliced potatoes from blog post number 6, and you take all those ingredients and you put them into your content creation kettle, right? You're making the big kettle stew, and it's bubbling over, and add a little eye of newt and a dash of this, and then when you put the ladle in, your ladle as you create it, and you pour out into the bowl of soup, you have eye of newt. Everyone knows what eye of newt is, right? You then your bowl. This is your piece of content. The bowl that you ladled out then into your bowl, that's your piece of content.
And then you deliver it.
And then you take that bowl and you throw it out on the internet.
You deliver it to your audience. And
so that's why you're going out to 10 different posts, right? Because again, you want to take little bits and little bits and little bits, put them in your stew, and then make it yours. Then make it then your bowl of stew. You're not plagiarizing that way. You're just taking some ideas and made it your own.
Yes. And here's how else I use that. This is where I thought you were going with this. But I subscribe to, you already gave everybody soup. I subscribe to a few places that blog also, like Facebook stuff, like Ad Espresso, it's a program we use, and like Social Media Examiner, and just a couple other things like Mashable, or anything that has related to social media, specifically Facebook, even Facebook's blog. And they constantly send out articles that they're writing on. And that's sometimes where I come up with my ideas, because I know that, that's probably something someone else is searching for. And again, same process. I go out there, I read it, I educate myself, I throw it all in the stew, and I implement it, I make sure it works, and then I go out there and I'll share how I use it in our business, and then share how we did it step by step, and maybe share some other, extra nuggets along the way.
Yeah.
I don't know, Michael. I don't know what eye of newt is.
I don't think eye of newt is vegan.
I don't know what that is.
Great question, though. Thank you. Okay, so that made sense. If you can see yourself now making some content stew, and if you make your content stew with that, and hopefully you're not too hungry now, type a 4 below in the comments section, just so we know that we're all in this together. We're all in the big bubbly cauldron of content stew together.
Cauldron. That's where they make witches stew.
Right, and witches use eye of newt.
Oh, I still don't know what eye of newt is.
It's the eye of a newt.
What's a newt?
I don't know. What's a newt? Does anybody know what eye of newt is or what a newt is? And I didn't make that up. It's a real thing that witches use, all right? If you've ever seen a movie with a witch making like a potion, they always add eye of newt.
Okay.
Don't ask me why.
Let's go into the next one.
All right, so the next one. Yeah, some people are like 4, like we're ready to move on. This is kind of similar to the one we just talked about, but it's kind of different.
Yes.
How many of you, by a show of hands, no, I'm just kidding. That's habit speaking on stage.
By the show of likes,
hands.
or the little facey emoticons,
Yeah.
or emojis, push them. If any of you have ever been on a webinar.
Yes. Have you ever watched a webinar? Watched a training of any kind? Watched a webinar that trained you? Any kind of webinar or any kind of training, right? If you've done any of those, type the like button or something.
Gross.
So now you've watched the training. Now a lot of times, here's what happens. A newt is a little rodent, apparently.
Yucky.
So a lot of times you'll watch the training, and you'll be like, hey, yeah, I feel more informed now, or I'm educated as a result, or I'm now trained up, right? And that's where it ends. And what you're missing out on, though, is a gold mine of content creation possibilities from this training. Now, in a similar vein from earlier, you can't just plagiarize that, all right? It's just, I mean, I guess you can.
But you can say, hey,
but it's
I was just
lame.
on this recent webinar where, I discovered, like I was on this recent webinar where I was learning about, how to set up your Instagram profile. And, I wanted to share that value with you today. So you can say things like that, obviously.
You could, and if you wanted to just blatantly recognize the person who delivered the
that's even
training
better.
and link to them somehow, then by all means you could
That's a whole nother training. That's
be a
like
little bit
backlink
more,
juice.
a little more plagiaristic-y, I guess. Because you're crediting that person. So it's not like you're not stealing the idea and saying, hey, it's my own. You're giving them the due credit and then linking to them and so forth and so on.
There's content all around is what
So,
I'm learning today.
there is. It's everywhere.
Yes.
So here's what I do. So here's my little formula that I'll do with the training. So first of all, obviously I watch the training, right? Then I take
so good.
I take detailed
You're a
notes.
good
I'm
student.
a note guy. Thank you.
He's a good student.
I was a horrible student. I take detailed notes. Like I personally am an avid note taker. I'll use Evernote. All right, if you want to write that down as another little hack for you, use Evernote. There's a basic version which is free. There's a premium which is not. You'll be fine with the basic. Check out Evernote. You'll thank me later. So I take detailed notes, like really good detailed notes on the training that I'm learning. Then I'll pull 2 to 3 specific things from the training, some really good juicy nuggets that really, really resonated with me, that really either clicked or made sense to me or where I had an aha moment, and I'll just really make sure that I have those 2 to 3 really good juicy nuggets from that training. Then I take some time to actually let this digest, right, overnight, maybe 2 days. Really digest this information, metabolize this information. I don't just want to take the notes and then run off and do content. I want to take these notes and these juicy nuggets and really let them sink in to where I understand them from like a core sense. I metabolize the information. Then I want to apply those nuggets into my own business. And here's really the cool trick. If you're going to take those notes, those nuggets that you learned, actually put them into action, apply those in your business, and then get some results, whether that's you generated 2 leads or you got a sale or whatever. It doesn't matter how big or small the result is. Any result will do. Then you write about what just took place.
Or do a video.
Right. I mean, you create the content.
Video.
You create a piece of content around what I just detailed, right? You just write the piece of content on, I saw this training, it was about X, Y, and Z. 2, 3 things I really took away from it were blah, blah, blah. Here's what happened actually when I applied them in my business. I did such and such, such and such and such. Here's then the result that I got. I got elemental P as far as results, and then a conclusion. And whammo, you've got yourself a kick butt piece of content that shows not only is it content, not only is it going to boost your authority because you created the content, not only is it going to add value to people and make you an authority in their eyes and increase that know, like, and trust factor, but it shows that you're an action taker, right? And that's the big thing. It shows that you don't live in this world of theory, that you actually live in a world where you're doing stuff, you're taking action, and you're in the marketing trenches. That's what people really want. People don't want this fly-by-night guru who speaks about theory and stuff that they can like barely even dive deep into at all because they haven't done it themselves. That's what we call a poser. Right? That's what we call a fraud. You don't want to be that. You want to be able to say, look, I took action. I've actually done this and got a result. And then whatever that result is, good, bad, or ugly, talk about it, share it, let your audience know, and they'll love you for it. So, if that made sense, and if you can see yourself doing that, you like that idea, that little formula there for watching a training or a webinar, even much like this webinar here today or this Facebook Live. You could do it with this Facebook Live today, and you would be fine. Is this like Simon Says?
I'm going to do next live. I'm just going to be the, like paint the pictures, and I'm going to be the animator while you talk next time.
Am I not animated enough?
Okay. Before you drop your 5 or 6, whatever number we're on.
5. Cinco.
I'm going, because we don't teach theories here, I'm going to tell you, or I'm going to give you a very, very good example, and everybody should be able to do this, on how to knock this tip out of the park. If you go to live events, just give me some reactions, some love, some happy faces, some
likes or hearts.
Likes, hearts. Just give me some love.
Some emoji.
I want to know,
of your choice.
and we're on a little delay, but I want to make sure we're getting some. But this is going to knock it out of the park for you guys, because we are very much about how to do this, okay? And giving you good examples, because sometimes the theories are like, okay, but I don't know how to apply this in my own business. I see some reactions. Awesome. So when you go to a live event, one of the things that we do, and I've seen
That was
other
for Donna. I
people
was saying
do,
thank you in sign language.
that's very good. What we do is we do a recap video of the live event on what we learned.
Yeah.
Knock it out of the park with that. Content galore around you. After this live, you should never struggle with finding content because we're really giving you a lot of great places to find it. Sometimes it's just right under our nose and we don't realize it. But if you go to live events, do a recap for your audience. You know, and who cares if no one shows up if it's a live? Eventually someone might see it. You know?
They'll see the replay.
Yeah, they'll see the replay, or heck, you could boost the post to your audience or to a cold audience, whatever the case is, or email it to your list or upload it to YouTube. Yes, Monica does that all the time.
Good job, Monica.
Perfect example of where to find content.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if that made sense, type a 5, in the question box below, or the comment box below. I don't know if it's a question box
I
or a
thought we were only
comment
giving
box.
5 hacks. What are we on now?
Well, we're about to do
The
the
last
5th
one,
one,
okay.
but they're gonna type a 6 because I think I had them type something.
Okay.
We're off on our numbers, but I'm gonna wait for some 5s to come over. Gotta wait for some 5s. Want to make sure that you guys are getting this. Want to make sure that you're liking this and this makes sense for you. So if you either like this, if it makes sense, if you can see yourself doing this, if you at least are comprehending this on any level
There's some
at
5s
all,
coming across. Oh
type
yes,
a
interviewing
5.
speakers. Very good idea, Eric.
That's a great idea. So my main man Eric David Duncanson
Who got a new
says
pair of socks?
he's got warm feet because he got socks from us from.
And Aaron did too, but I don't think he's checked his mailbox.
Yeah, but Eric Duncanson said he interviews people at live events. He'll probably go out and try and find the speakers or the gurus or all the whatever and grab them for a few minutes and ask to do an interview with them, and that's a great idea.
Yes.
So, do y'all want to know how you can quadruple your content?
Yes, please.
All right. Do you want to know how you can quadruple your content? I gotta wait because this is a big one. All right. So, say yes or do something that makes me think that you want to hear about how you can quadruple your content. And I'm gonna wait patiently or impatiently for you to type something that says like, yes, I want to know, or Bill's the man, or something along those lines. All right. I got one yes. Gotta
Me
get
too.
more.
Yes, Jan.
I think she was talking about socks.
Hilma, no, we don't do watch parties yet. I tested it out, but I haven't done that yet in our group. Great question, though. Oh, there we go. Go for it, Jan. Yes, 4 times. All right, let's do it.
Okay, so we kind of alluded to this earlier. There are many different mediums of which you can create your content. For example, you could blog, you could do video, you could do Facebook Live, which is kind of like video but slightly different. You could do a podcast. Even Facebook status updates are a form of content, right? There's a webinar is content. There's all sorts of different types of content that you could produce. So let's say you have this idea, right? And your idea is, okay, today I'm going to share 5 tips on blah, blah, blah. You do a video on it, right? You then upload that video to YouTube. You then do, or you could do what we're doing right now, where we have a Facebook Live and YouTube video going in parallel, right? So we're double dipping right now. We're actually creating 2 pieces of content right now at the same time. So you do a Facebook Live, you do a YouTube video on the same thing, right? It's the same piece of content. You then can take all that stuff you said, you can then turn it into a blog post, right? So now you've got that piece of content out on Facebook Live. You've got that piece of content on YouTube for your YouTubers. You've got that piece of content as a blog post for people that like to read. You can even take the video from YouTube that you did and you can embed that into your blog post, because there are some people, even though they're going to read your blog post, they're going to want, some like to read and some like to actually watch a video. But some might be at work and they can't watch a video because it's loud or whatever, so they want to read. So you're kind of double dipping again. Another thing you can do, and you just moved away from all my ideas.
Upload it to Facebook as a video too.
Yes, upload it into Facebook so that YouTube, as you do the video.
So people can look at videos on your page.
Right. Also, if you have a podcast, do the same thing. That what you would have talked about in the Facebook Live or on that video, you just talk about it on your podcast in the microphone. This is the international sign for talking into the microphone of your podcast. So you would podcast about it. So this is basically, and this is the same piece of content. This is the same idea. This is the same 5 tips to blah, blah, blah. Or the same, hey, here's my daily motivation to inspire you. Like, it's the same thing. You're not creating new content. You're just doing it on several different mediums. You're letting because different people are gonna consume content in different ways, right? Tell me right now, type in the comment section right now, your favorite or most preferred way to consume content.
Oh, yeah. Do you like to read? Do you like to watch videos?
Right. Would you and there's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah.
But what is your favorite way? Would you rather read a blog post? Would you rather watch it on Facebook Live? Would you rather listen to a podcast? Would you rather watch a video? Would you rather attend a webinar? I'm just curious. Again, no right or wrong answer here, but just curious. What is your favorite or most preferred way to consume content?
I like to read so I can skim it. I'm a skim reader.
And this is important because I want to see these answers come through because
it should be interesting.
Okay, so we got some people starting to say some things. We've got video. What else? So what is your favorite way to consume content?
Read. Okay.
No right or wrong answer.
I wonder if you guys that like
read it, listen to it, watch it.
I wonder if you guys that like to read have a short attention span like I do, so I skim articles. But a lot of you, read.
Right. So here's some of the answers so far.
Okay.
Here's some of the answers.
Hey, Alan, what's up?
Video, read, video and audios. I consume podcasts, video, read,
50-50.
interactive webinars. No, it's not. Video. Hello, guys. Hey, Alan, what's up? Alan, that wasn't one of the choices.
I think Alan's on delay.
Okay. Read. Okay. Listen to it. Okay. So just right here, this very small sample, we have about 4 different answers of people's most preferred way to consume content. Doesn't that make you think that if you're, like right now, let's say, well, I'm a blogger, I blog. Well, you could be leaving out a large section of your audience if you only write and it's all just written text blog posts.
Yeah.
Right? Why not also make it a Facebook Live? Why not also make it a video, make it a podcast, make it an interactive webinar like someone suggested, right? You're basically now quadrupling your content output, right? And again, this is the same topic, so you're not quadrupling the different subjects you've written about or blogged about, but you're quadrupling your content output out into the world, out to the masses, and you very well could have just quadrupled the audience because of all the different ways that people most prefer to consume your content. You're tapping into each one individually, and you're not going to leave any stones unturned. So that right there, my friend, is the uber sneakiest of all sneaky hacks to have more content out there for your audience. What's going on here to my right or left based on how you're viewing? So that's what you gotta do, and that will help you create tons and tons of content, which, as we now know, will help to build the know, like, and trust factor and boost your authority and help you build your personal brand online.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna actually do something a little different today. So what we want you to do, if you got value from this, definitely share. Share this video out to the masses because it's full of great content, and we want to provide value to your audience also. We want you to look like the rock star because you're an awesome student who comes, and I don't want to call you a student, that sounds so bad. You're friends, you're great friends of the community, but you're here learning this. And sharing this kind of value with your audience too is also great for you because again, it's content. It's content. And you can even, what I would say is if you share this live, then I would also say add your own little spin to the description. Hey, I just watched this Facebook Live and here's some great things that I learned. And you can even put your own little call to action in that description, okay? We're providing the content for you right here in this live. We're doing something a little different, so feel free to do that. What I mean by that, if you want people to get in touch with you or learn more or whatever, you certainly can do that. But you can definitely leverage our content here. Now that's, maybe not all the time, but today, I don't know what I'm talking about, just today.
Yeah, so
just share.
Yeah, feel free to share this out. If you know someone, if you're on your mind right now.
There's no pitches in here. We're just pure value.
If there's someone right now you're thinking like, oh, Mary Jo would love this, or hey, Susie Q would really benefit from this. Tag that person here in the comment section so they can find this and they can see it and watch it as well. So go ahead and do that now. Also, like Michelle said, share this and put your spin on this as well. And if you by sharing this, obviously it's linking to us. It's gonna be us.
But we're not pitching anything.
Right, but you're not, and you kind of talk about it or put your spin on it. It's not gonna be plagiarizing.
Right.
Because you're sharing this, right?
Giving
People are
credit,
gonna see, right? Giving credit where credit's due.
Awesome.
But yeah, so go do that if you want. So share this, tag someone, and of course, if
Thank
you
you,
did get
Tanis.
value.
If you shared, let us know for sure. Yes, thanks, Patricia. Oh my goodness.
Excuse me.
You just shared that with their audience. Now they're not going to want to share.
Sorry, audience, people that are watching this. I belch from time
Thank
to
you,
time.
Eric. Appreciate it.
Very
This has
cool.
been a lot of fun, and I
Okay,
enjoyed
now
this
that
today.
you've all shared that, let's give the pitch.
No,
I'm just kidding.
we're just joking. So let me know what you guys are doing this weekend. I'm headed up to Lubbock for a college visit. Bill is manning
Staying
down
home,
the fort here.
Holding down the hort.
Yes.
Holding down the hort.
Hort.
Holding down the fort.
Not sure what a hort is. Something like a newt.
Yes.
But we're super
Eye of
excited.
hort.
Yes, thanks, Monica. Awesome. Cool.
Very cool.
All right, so that
Nice.
is pretty much a wrap for a Friday.
This is it for today. Thank you all for being here. And the most important thing you can do right now.
Thank you, Hilma.
Here's what's cool. So you showed up here today, which is a
Yes.
great start. And so whatever kind of energy you showed up with today, whatever status you are in your business, whatever progress you've made, wherever you are right now is fine. It's fine where you are. But take it up a notch, right? Step up your game. Share this.
That's
Tag
funny,
some
Candace.
people. Tag some people in the comments section, share this, and start creating some content for yourself. Go out there. Don't let this training end right here,
Yep.
where you walking away being like, wow, that was great. I feel more informed and more educated. Take
got
action.
ideas now.
Do something. Wherever you are right now is great, but you can step it up.
Yep.
All right? I want you to step up your game, be more than what you are right now, because that's how you're going to get what you want in life.
Thank you.
And that's all I
Appreciate
have
it.
to say about that.
All right, guys, this was another great session
Yes.
of Real Talk with Bill and Michelle. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us on Friday afternoon. It's always a lot of fun. We love seeing you guys, all the new people coming in, and definitely all the familiar faces. Love getting to know you guys and learning a little bit more about what makes you tick and what you're interested in. So we appreciate you guys. Hope you have a fabulous, fabulous weekend.
Yeah, and by YouTubers on the YouTube who are watching,
Yes.
and we'll see all of you next Friday afternoon, same bat time, same bat channel, for another episode of Real Talk with Bill and Michelle. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. YouTube is awesome, but I don't know how to stop it. Oh, hey, Helen, what's up? We don't know how to stop this.
we're just gonna keep this party going.
Look, how come there's no, like, stop button?
Click on the X.
I'm afraid that I'm just closing this whole thing out. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes!
Yes.
Okay, bye, guys.